Part 1. White Clouds. Verdant Rain Moon. Tower of Black Winds. The ceaseless rains that satiate the verdant landscape of Fodlan are accompanied by fierce winds and mighty roars of thunder. This abundance of rain, sparkling as it falls against beams of emerging sunlight, is a constant reminder to the people of Fodlan that nature is ever wild and unpredictable. For when the rain finally does take pause, the clouds part and give way to a glorious rainbow.
That sun has like the freakiest face. I'm just saying. Jeez. I've never understood what the deal is with making suns look like that, unless you just want to make them look creepy. This is not Soul Eater. Great. It's like, what in the world? I know it's not the only thing that's done that, but that's the only thing that I've actually had enough, like, just knowledge of. As far as, like, gameplay and whatnot.
I have a new mission for you, Professor. I would like for you to take your students into Kingdom territory to eliminate some thieves.
They stole a hero's relic from House Gautier of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, the Lance of Ruin. Their leader's name is Miklan. He is apparently a disowned son of House Gautier. I believe it had something to do with his lack of a crest. Such happenings are fairly common within the kingdom.
The Crestless cannot unleash the goddess's power even if they possess a relic. Nonetheless, they are still capable of simply wielding those weapons.
The hero's relics are immensely powerful weapons. We must meet this threat with adequate force. Unfortunately, most of the Knights of Seiros are away from the monastery, purging the apostates of the Western Church. So we are entrusting you with this mission. After all, you wield the Sword of the Creator, which is more than capable of opposing any relic.
The Sword of the Creator is a powerful weapon well beyond the other relics. You have nothing to fear. However, to ensure that no harm comes to the students, we will also send the monastery's most skilled individuals to aid you.
I must remind you that you are expected to conduct yourself in a manner befitting the wielder of that holy sword. Also, you should know that Professor Hanneman has been looking for you. That is all.
Hey, Teach. I gotta say, I never would have guessed you were a descendant of the King of Liberation. You didn't forget, did you? That story I told you about a relic that could cut a mountain in half? That relic was the Sword of the Creator, the very same used by Nemesis, the King of Liberation.
What are you even talking about?
Don't be coy, Teach. The Sword of the Creator could only be wielded by Nemesis. If you can use it too, that can only mean you have that Bloodline's crest. Fine, keep your secrets. But just so you know, I don't understand isn't gonna cut it here at the monastery. Speaking of, Professor Hanneman has been looking for you. He probably wants to examine your crest with those crazy instruments of his. Actually, sounds amusing. Maybe I'll tag along.
If it isn't my little Claude, what has you so worked up?
Judith? What are you doing here?
That's Lady Judith to you, boy. I told you, until you're in charge, I expect you to address me with all due respect. Anyway, I'm here to retrieve you. Duke Regan's condition has taken a turn for the worse.
Are you saying the old man's on his deathbed?
No, it's not that bad. But in the state he's in, he won't be able to participate in the next Roundtable conference. He wants you to go in his stead. I volunteered to play the messenger.
Well, thanks for that. Oh, and Teach, this is Judith, also known as the hero of House Daphnel.
So you're little Claude's teacher, are you? How much trouble has he been giving you?
Yeah, he's getting plenty.
If her nickname didn't give it away, you should know that Judith, Lady Judith, is the leader of the famous House Daphnel of the Leicester Alliance. She used to be a big deal at the roundtable conferences, but it seems of late she's been reduced to a mere...
You had better shut that mouth before I put my boot in it, you tactless nuisance. Now come on, let's get going.
I forgot she
Sorry,
said
Professor, but I need to borrow the boy for a bit.
I suppose we'll have to finish our chat later. Sorry, Teach. But don't you worry. I'll be back in time for our next mission. All right, Judith. Let's get going.
It's Lady... I suppose you are the active leader for the time being. Fair enough, boy. Fair enough.
Good of you to come, Professor. I've heard much about you lately. Specifically, that you are able to awaken the sword of the Creator's power. Thusly, it seems the true nature of your crest has been uncovered. I had, of course, seen your crest before. However, at first, I failed to recognize its true nature. Eventually, it dawned on me that what is visible is perhaps merely a small part of a greater whole. In other words, your crest is too significant to be detected when using normal instruments. After this discovery, I began researching crests that might fit that description, which allowed for a temporary hypothesis. However, I could not be certain. The crest my conclusions led me to was far too unusual. A crest thought to have disappeared from this world in the millennium since the fall of Nemesis, the King of Liberation. The crest of flames. That is what you possess. Your ability to wield the sword of the Creator has unequivocally proven my hypothesis. A legendary power, dormant since time immemorial, and now resurrected. There can be no doubt that this ancient power resides within you.
Well, I am cutting this. Well, a lot of it anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter too much that this has happened. In the middle of it. Golly. There we go.
Thank you.
I'm just doing that. Alright.
A stone? A stone. I do not understand. Yet, as I think of it, the pounding in my chest grows faster still. But is that me? Or is it you?
Interesting. Kind of hinting at things that will happen in the future. So, to kind of give you guys a little bit of a heads up, I'm sorry if my voice goes in and out. I don't know what happened in the yesterday, but like I was not feeling well.
My mistake.
So I kind of, I'm guessing this is coming out the day well, probably the day after I record it. Because I wasn't able to really record anything. And this is after me recording the entirety of Oracle of Ages in the span of, like, across 3 recording days. So, but, I had a week apart.
It's awful. Just
So.
awful what happened with the Rite of Rebirth. The infirmary. Well, it was a mess. Things are finally calm again. And so I've come here to unwind. Let me tell you, I put all of my knowledge to use keeping those kids alive. Still, the truth of it is that when someone faces death for the first time, well, they figure out who they are. They learn if they can do it again. We can't lose them, Professor. Not to battle or to cowardice. If you can keep them going, then I will too.
Alright, well, we're definitely gonna do our best to protect everybody. I could just keep pushing to get an S plus rank on Sword. But I do also want to get started on trying to do some of the extra stuff so I can unlock those abilities for the next 2 runs that I do. So I'll just go ahead and get that started.
The next mission is to rout bandits in the kingdom, is it not? I find the idea unsettling. Though the bandits have captured a large prize, they are insignificant in and of themselves. The matter would be more appropriately dealt with by Margrave Gautier or the Fargus royal family. I grant that I am most likely jumping at shadows, but I fear that if Fargus is weakened, the tipped scales will lead to widespread unrest.
Well, we'll deal with it. I think they were sending me because I have the Sword of the Creator, not much else.
Why is that perhaps... Professor, I would like to have more...
I believe this
Might you help
is
me with a
the... Yeah, Tending to the Saints. So again, I'm going to be picking up all these different quests, and you'll see the end result if there is one
I could use your help.
that's needed. I'm pretty sure most of these I'm not going to okay, so it's up there. I'm pretty sure most of these are not going to be something that I'll have to show.
Hey there.
So it's really only going to be the ones that I
Come back anytime.
have no other way of, like, there's nothing, like, I'm going to be using it kind of deal. What did I do? 9 magic. Well, he is a thief, so he's not going to have a whole lot of magic. But I am going to use magic on him. Sword of the Creator, I'm not really going to worry too much about using. guess I could, yeah. I'll start using a bow and gauntlets for the most part. Yeah. Because the thing is I've got it to where he has an A in authority and an A in sword. Well, A plus in sword, but that's pretty much it. Okay, let's go ahead.
Hey there, Petra.
Claude? Where are you?
Where else? Wait, I'll meet you down there.
Claude! I thought you were not able to climb the trees.
True, and that is exactly why I worked like a madman to devise a new climbing technique.
I have much admiration for that. To climb is a skill with value.
What can I say? Okay, so I may have cheated a little. By using my bow to shoot a rope over a branch, or a few branches, or all of the branches. But once I got up there and hauled up the ropes, it was the same result as if I'd climbed it your way.
I am understanding. That costs more time though, so it is not the best thing for hunting. But you are not harming the tree, so that is an advantage. I am liking this technique.
You're right. I didn't harm the tree at all. I'm surprised that impressed you.
The tree has a spirit. If you hurt the tree, you will give its spirit anger.
I see. I take it the people of Bridget have a close relationship with nature, then?
Trees give us food and also shelter. We are needing them, and they are needing us.
True. The people of Fodlan believe everything is a blessing from the goddess. They've forgotten to be grateful to nature, too. Nature gives us life, sustains us. Without it, we couldn't breathe, couldn't live. It's everything. It's fine to pray to the goddess, but we have to respect nature, too. Don't you think?
Yes. I do not know this goddess, but I know nature. That is the knowing I prefer to have.
You and me both.
Alright. So, pretty much, like previously, I'm going to be kind of going through... And as far as, like, talking to everybody, I'm gonna wait till after everything's said and done.
Word on the street is you wield some amazing sword. If you ever want to sell it to me, I'd pay top G. Just kidding. Sorta. It's, not for sale, is it?
No, it's not.
How about a favor?
I don't know why you thought that was the case. So, pretty much it looks like there's not going to be much going on as far as the different quests, because I don't see anything new, but there might be. I'm going to do one quick once over in the Abyss after I grab this one.
Hey, I could use a hand.
Yeah, because that one's just going to the sauna.
Huh?
Now let me grab this real quick. Now I'm good. But yeah, because my voice keeps going in and out, I'm not going to be trying to record too much of this, or at least show that much of a recording. Pretty much the things I will be showing is either, from what it looks like, there's going to be no like new quests. So it's just going to be pretty much the rest of it's, yeah. Pretty much the rest of it's going to be this here and any support conversations. So.
Hey you, listen up. I've got something to report. Actually, if I recall correctly, which is my job and passion, there were reportable happenings up top as well. That's why I'm still stuck with Mr. Bacca. I'm still here by request of Lord Sedith. You can never be too vigilant. Truth be told, I'm used to the guy by now. Not Yuri, though. He shoots him a pointed glare every time he walks by. How eerie is that?
That's very eerie, I guess.
Elfric used to use his position in the church to look out for Abyss. He basically set this whole place up for us. Then some scandal or other forced him out. Gotta wonder what got the church so riled up.
Pretty much it was him trying to destroy everything. So, that, and he turned into a monster. But I guess we're not supposed to talk about that.
Need something. See you again
Episode
soon.
13. Episode 13. I can't do the other ones unless it's episode 13. Yo, Happy.
Nice sword, Chatterbox. I like how it lights up. That's a neat trick. But now that you have it, the church is gonna want to use your power for their own ends. Are you gonna let that happen?
No.
Good. Glad to hear it. You gotta think for yourself. You're too good to become one of their stooges.
Happy is just one of those characters that I like. I think her personality is just something that...
It's like this. The best fighter in Abyss? Balthus, probably. Yuri's definitely the most cunning. Constance is the strongest with magic. The most dangerous of them all, though? Happy. You've heard the rumors, haven't you?
Oh, with her sighing?
You're a busy one, aren't you? Always on the road. Being a professor seems like a tough gig. Back when I was first enrolled here, we rarely traveled. The Battle of the Eagle and Lion was about it. This really stirs up the old memories. When I took part, my house lost. May have been my fault. It's hard to believe, but I was pretty rash back then. Hey, think I can join in again this year? Bet you could pull some strings and make it happen, yeah?
Maybe.
Miklon. I know that guy. In Northern Fargus, he's pretty well known, but not in a good way. The guy does what he pleases, attacking towns in Margrave Gautier's territory relentlessly, stealing food and even abducting women. I may be the leader of a bunch of thugs, too, but I'm nothing like that slime bag. Hate's a strong word. It's more that I think I could lead his bandits in a better way. A hero's relic can turn a slimebag like Miklon into a knight. I know you've got one of those shinies yourself, but don't go doing anything reckless.
Well, that wasn't my plan, dude. Jeez. Alright, so... yeah, it looks like we're all good. But... when we come back, it'll be, like I said, with either something new as far as, like, story, or support conversations. So that'll pretty much be it. And I'll be right back.
I'm pleased to have been invited. I am grateful. Of course. Of course. Yes. Yes. I see. Have you grown accustomed to living in the monastery? Of course. Oh, I adore this. Yes. How quickly this delightful time has passed. However, we must return to our work.
It's me, Raphael!
Oh, Raphael! I'll get the door. What are you up to? Oh, whoa! What an enormous crate! And look what's in it. Crystal vials, shiny rocks.
And I got this, too!
Oh, what a splendid flower. And so fresh. Hey, wait a second. Is that for your sister?
Yeah, I finally got my hands on something cute, just like you suggested.
That's so nice. But wait a second. Is this that flower from Fodlan's throat?
Of course! I had to run to make it back in time. It was a lot farther than I thought.
You ran all that way? And while we're on the topic, aren't these all Myron crystals? Such fine carvings on them. They must be the work of a true artisan. It couldn't have been easy getting your hands on these.
I figured I should follow your advice. You know more about what's stylish than I ever could.
Well done. I'm sure your sister will be pleased. All that's left is to make that necklace.
Yeah, about that. I don't know how to put it together. I've spent so long trying to figure it out that the flowers have started wilting. There are only a few nice ones left.
Huh. That's not good. I could try telling you how to make it, but you can't afford to lose any more flowers. Oh, all right. Looks like it's Hilda to the rescue. I'll take it from here.
Seriously? You're really gonna help me?
Sure. I make myself things from time to time, and this is definitely easier than teaching you how. But you owe me for this. I expect to be paid back.
Don't you worry about that. I'll find something really nice to pay you back with.
It couldn't have been easy finding all these trinkets. He must really love his sister. Still, older brothers can be so dense.
Good grief, Hilda. She cannot give a compliment to save her life without having a backhanded comment along with it. Good grief.
All right, time for some more. Oh, Petra. Hi.
Caspar, do you want to train with each other?
Yeah, sure.
You have had new training recently, and great improvements. I want great improvement too. Will you give me help?
Well, hey, look at that. You pay more attention than I gave you credit for. I have been trying new training methods. They're definitely paying off. My movements are much sharper lately, more precise.
I am knowing that. I want that too. You teach, I learn. We both get more strength. It will be greatness.
All right. I mean, I guess we can give it a shot. Petra?
Yes, Caspar?
No, never mind. Sorry. I was just thinking about something else. Nothing at all. Let's train.
I heard a question in your voice. Say it.
No. It's really nothing. Don't worry about it.
Okay. I will not be worrying. Can we begin the training?
Ah, fine. We can talk about it if you insist. You can stop pretending like you don't know.
What am I knowing?
About my father.
Your father? He is of the military in the Empire. I hear he has great skill.
No, not that. Well, it's kind of about that. I'm talking about when Dagda and Bridget invaded the Empire. My father led the Empire's army that fended off the invaders. Your father was in that battle. Did you really not know? My father killed yours.
You... How long have you had this knowing?
I just found out recently. I had no idea before then. But it's all I've been able to think about since.
So, now you have the truth.
Petra? Damn it. What am I supposed to do now?
Oh, we're back to the cat adventures.
Hey, yeah.
I think that,
noise.
yeah.
Did something happen?
I think since we already know what the cat adventures are like, we're not gonna worry about it. This recording has seriously gone on for 2 hours, and you guys are probably going to see like 20 minutes, if that. So pretty much in between, I got some levels for people. Let's actually go to certifications real quick. Let's see. And I did recruit pretty much everyone else I could. So, I think there's a few that I wasn't able to recruit, and that's pretty much it. Actually, I think I'm going to change it into a break-in. I could do this, but I'm kind of wanting to do this, to be honest. We'll see once everything's all said and done. I'm wanting to try something different with Sylvain, because I've not found a good middle ground for him. Ingrid, she's a really good Pegasus Knight / Falco Knight. But she's really good if you change her into, like, an assassin at one point, so she gets the dex. Cyril, I went ahead and changed him to a fighter, just so he could go ahead and get that strength. But I am going to change him to an archer. I didn't worry about him being a commoner, because there's really not a point to it. Let's go ahead and just make sure you've got that. Byleth has already mastered Thief. I'm going to actually go for Brawler. What is he losing? 1 resistance, I think. Yeah, 1 resistance, but he's gaining 1 HP. Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna go for that, because I'm wanting to do the non-normal, like, level ups. Well, class changes for Byleth and all the other characters.
A new path to...
So we'll have him as that. So for Claude, he's really good as a fighter to get some of that strength, and then as a archer, well, as an archer, so he can get that dex. He's already got pretty good dex. I think we're gonna change him to a lord after he's done with this, and that way I can work toward the wyvern. I'm working towards a wyvern raider, because he's gonna be needing that. I am going to do this though real quick.
I did pretty well.
Now we good. Lysithia, she's fine where she is. Marianne needs to master her class. What? She's kind of halfway through it. Hilda, she's doing alright. Yeah, she's kind of still in the middle of it. Leonie, I gave her the Pegasus Knight. You've mastered your Meridian skill abilities. And we're gonna change you to do Mage. I don't remember actually if I
passed.
Yeah, I don't really need drawback with you, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Ash, you're fine. Happy, you're pretty much fine. Constance is just... she's got such low faith. Yeah, I really don't... I think what's it, like a +5? No, +3. So yeah, her stats are slightly abysmal, but it is level 9. She's not super high level right now, so hopefully later on it'll get better. We'll see about that. Also, I did a bunch of hiring of different. I don't know why you don't have. But yeah, I hired a bunch of these because that seemed like a good idea to just go ahead and start cleaning this up. Eventually, I'll clean the rest of it up. Blacksmith-wise, not really much different going on. I upgraded Ash's bow to a killer bow, but that's pretty much it. But yeah. I do need to do an explore and restore everyone's motivation. But yeah. That's pretty much it, and I'm gonna keep this recording going for a little bit longer in case something happens in the in-between, but I think that's it. And as it looks right now, and I think I don't know how I'm gonna show everything, but I did do a perfect tea time with 2 people, Leone and Rhea, apparently. So, that was a thing. But the other thing that I did do is I spent a lot of my renown fixing those statues. So I was able to level them up. I was able to complete one of them because there was only 2 left on it. And there's honestly only 2 left on these as well, except this one. I got that one. But it essentially, I can make it a lot easier to gain all the experience needed. Once all this is done, and I think after maybe one more chapter, it depends on how much renown I get, I'll be finished with all of these and I don't have to worry about it, which it would be fantastic, actually. So there is that. I actually didn't talk to you.
I've had a chance to spar with Gilbert of the Knights of Seros before. I couldn't get a single strike in. If that man is accompanying you on your assignment, you can rest assured that no harm will come to you. To be honest, he kind of reminds me of someone. But no, it must be my imagination, right?
She kind of looks like what her portrait is, but not really. Pretty much everyone that I wasn't able to recruit are from the Black Eagles, except Petra and Caspar. And I did do a do the sauna thing, and I got it to where both of us were, and I did it. We're in the green, so we're getting bonuses this month, which is good. Go ahead and get that started. But yeah, this should be fun.
How are you managing?
Oh gosh.
You must, however, you will most...
Practice.
Gilbert, yeah, let's hang out with you. But anyway, that'll be it. And hopefully we'll have everything good to go and we won't have to worry about it too much.
The glory.
There's no guarantee on it being completely fine, but you never know.
Mercy, her face.
Ah, right. I'll see you guys in the next one. And when we actually do the chapter. Later.
That looks appetizing.
This looks... I did not expect much from this.
I have a lovely idea. How about I invite another friend next time so that the four of us can enjoy each other's company?
Of course! That sounds delightful and not the least bit likely to cause anxiety.
I like this dish. It was my father's favorite.
Eating delicious food really takes my worries away.
That smell, it's amazing. My fave, in fact. This.
Yes, these herbs will do, though I note we're short on arcane crystals. I'll make a note to keep some in reserve next time.
Do you need anything else?
No more materials, if that's what you're asking, though I do still require a test subject.
Oh my gosh. Oh, what?
Not a what, who? Meaning you. Now, lie still, please.
Wait, no. Why does this have to happen right
Fair
now?
point. A bit of rest to clear my head would be good for the next steps. Let us leave off here, and I shall see you again in the morning.
But there's no talking you out of this
I better
system.
make some headway on this tomorrow. Every day counts, you know. If I can complete this ritual, I'll be famous throughout the known world for it. Oh.
What?
The prestige it will bring me is necessary to restore my fallen house. Or was your question, why go to so much trouble for a fallen house? Because I am a Nouvelle, as were all my ancestors. And our line has endured too long to end with me.
Why would it end with you?
Oh, yes. You don't know. Well, seeing as you are serving both as my research assistant and test subject, I should explain myself. House Nouvelle was granted its peerage shortly after the establishment of the Empire. For generations, the heads of our house have been scholars of magic. They often enjoyed appointments to esteemed posts within the Empire. However, during the insurrection of the Seven, we cast our lot with the Emperor and were punished for it. We suffered further losses when we were used as a sacrifice to Dagda and Bridget during their attack. My family, including my parents and older brother, died then. The town of Nouvelle is now an ash heap. The 6 great families decreed this to be the end of my house. We have not left now but the name. No title, no subjects, no land. Everything I was to inherit has been taken from me.
I see.
What I require is an achievement so grand that Lady Edelgard would be forced to recognize it. And then, House Nouvelle will take its rightful place among the elite class once more.
I guess I get it now.
You understand that to collaborate with me towards such a grand purpose is a high honor, don't you? But yes, good night. I expect to see you bright and early tomorrow.
Why are you agreeing to this, Byleth? That sounds like a terrible idea.
Professor, thank you for helping me with my training. I'd love to do this again if possible. Your advice is always so useful. Everyone thinks you're a wonderful teacher. You account for people's weaknesses while capitalizing on their strengths. Initially, I wasn't sure you paid too much attention to your students. Clearly, I was wrong. After all, were that the case, you wouldn't be capable of providing such useful feedback. I'll continue to learn and grow from your instruction, Professor. I just know it. You think I'm determined? Professor, thank you. You're the only one who's ever praised me like that. I mean, people are always telling me I've got a knack for magic. If you can call the power of my crest a knack, they aren't wrong per se. Though bearing 2 crests isn't a gift I ever asked for. Anyhow, I've made a point to work harder than most, and not rely too heavily on the power they bestow. So I find it frustrating that the only praise I seem to receive is directly related to that power. If you've noticed how hard I work, then well, it makes me very happy. Well, you see, it is because I am the only child of House Ordelia. I must do all I can for my family name. I'm determined to someday be of real value to them, and that day must come soon. I can't waste any time. I don't have much of it left. Anyway, I should be going. Thank you again for your help.
It's Tadu's birthday.
Did you need something? Why, thanks.
Yeah, I didn't pick the perfect
Just the
date,
right
but
amount of
whatever. I guess.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, really? Okay, fine. Be like that.
It was delicious.
What? Tadu's charm went up, but not mine. I have a problem with that. I have a problem with that. Gosh. That is so rude. That is so rude. Tadu's charm went up, but not mine. No. My charm could be bothered. I'm not happy about that. Lawrence, all these people. Oh, okay. So next time I can actually talk to Rhea. That's what I was wanting. Jeez. Oh yeah. Have these two hang out.
Ignatz, let us take a short break. I will pour tea. Please choose a teapot for us to use.
You want me to pick one?
I don't see any other Ignots around here, do you? Go on now, we're wasting time. The pots are over here. I will leave the selection to your judgment.
Let's see. How about this?
That's rather plain. Why did you choose that one?
The tea you chose has a very subtle taste, as well as a smooth, light texture. Such an unassuming tea calls for an unassuming pot, and one that complements the tea's color. In addition, the pot I selected has a floral design. Although we can't go for a walk today, we can still bask a little in nature's beauty.
Very interesting. You know, you have an absolutely marvelous aesthetic eye. Precisely what I would expect from the son of a merchant house that has enjoyed the Gloucester's patronage for so many years. After we graduate, when you begin your trade in earnest, I will introduce you to my father.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. But I'm afraid I'm already on the path to becoming a knight.
Ah, right, you are a second son. Still, your eye for beauty is a talent that should not go to waste. Very well. If you are to be a knight, then I shall happily take you into my service.
Well...
What? Does that displease you?
Not at all. I just need a little time to think it over.
His eye for the arts is unwavering, but in all other matters he is woefully indecisive.
That's true. But I don't know if y'all heard the giant kaboom thing going on over there, but you know. Anyway. I don't know why I keep looking through these thinking something's gonna magically change between now and then. But anyway. I don't have the healing ability. What? I need to fix that. Alright.